Good morning. It is Saturday's sketch session, which means, what does that mean? Well, it's Saturday, so it's the end of the week. That's what it means. Hi everybody, welcome. It is Saturday, March 29th. We are this close to finishing up March, which is patently crazy. But today we are doing a little ram/bull as the prompt for the day, which is going to be interesting. Sure, got everything? I do. Okay, so ram/bull. Let's flip to the overhead here. Still got some water from yesterday's painting class. Yesterday we talked about how to paint glass, which was really fun. Definitely was more time consuming than I expected. Glass is just such a finicky little subject, you know? All right, so we have yesterday's very cute. Zoom this out just a little. Wow. There we go. It's a little bit better. And also, I'm just going to hop on and make sure that the thermometer is it feels warm in here. No, it's really just me. Okay, that's fine. Well, why don't we go ahead and get into doing some illustrations, some little drawings for the day. We're going to do ram or bull or both. So it's just a matter of figuring out how we want to do this. I'm going to hop over to Pinterest, as is my usual. And pulling up some bull photos. Oh yeah, let's totally do some bulls. They're very cool creatures. Wow. Okay. We've got some good ones here. Good morning, Ellen. Great to see you. All right, here we go. We've got references. We're going to be painting some bulls. These big old muscular boys. And they are boys. You know, every once in a while, I'll catch myself, just calling something little guys, or, using a particular gendered term for a for, I don't know, whatever. But the bulls are all boys. Bulls are very safely all boys. So I can call them guys. I don't know what colors I want to use, so I'm just going to get them all nice and saturated. All right. Well, let's get on with it. Good morning, Linda. Wonderful to see you. That's too small. Too small of a brush. We're going bigger. I don't know what it's like for you all right now today, but here in Chicago, it is absolutely beautiful. It's like 65 degrees out right now ish, and it just feels so very nice out. Good morning, Bobby. Oh no, you've got storms today. I'm sorry. Tell Edgar we said hi. Oh, this is so proportionally off. This bowl is looking funky. No, naughty Edgar. Had the chicken on the floor. Oh, what a naughty boy. Did he at least seem a little sorry? Oh, he's a big, tall guy. That's true, Ellen. It is always nice to have a free cleaning from nature for the car. Hey there, Laylee. You caught me at my actual proper studio where everything is as it should be. Everything functions the way it's generally supposed to. How is it going, Laylee? Well, I'm glad he didn't get the bones. Bobby, that's always scary when one of the dogs gets something that they're truly not supposed to. He ate the entire carcass, give him bread and milk and like a loaf of bread, feed him a loaf of bread, like it was going to insulate it or something. Oh no. Well, is he feeling okay today? Oh, and Laylee, I'm so glad you were able to join us again before honking out for the night. Random question. I haven't ever, well, I don't know if I've never asked this before, but I haven't asked this in a minute. Anyone watching any interesting shows right now? Ever since Severance wrapped up its season, we're kind of in this, the floating in between of shows. Like we just started watching something, but it's kind of like non-committal. We're not fully ready to commit to the entire season. We're waiting to see if it is takes us, makes us like really want to. But we're watching a Korean zombie show where there's just lots of like high school. It's set in a high school, so we're getting like high school drama and like relationships and stuff, but also zombies. It's interesting. I'm a big fan of the zombie genre. Say that 5 times fast. It's called All of Us Are Dead. Oh, Linda, you're waiting for Handmaid's Tale. I am so looking forward to and so incredibly dreading that show because I love it. I love it so much, but it gives me legitimately nightmares. It gives me legitimate nightmares that I am in Gilead or escaping Gilead, and whew, that's a it's an intense show. That's for sure. But it is so good, and Elizabeth Moss is so good in it. She's just a freaking national treasure. Good thing you're half Canadian. Money Heist about robbery. Very nice. Apple cider vinegar. I've been seeing ads for that on Netflix saying it's very cerebral. I'm gonna heat this really quick, be noisy for a moment, and then I'll be back. Waiting on Doctor Who to come back. Nice. I haven't been following it lately, but I'm sure that I will. I go through phases of my life of Doctor Who. And the show that just wrapped up its season was Severance on Apple TV. You missed the Gothic Fontanelli? Oh, it'll be back at some point. I go through waves. It's only a matter of time before I become wistful for it. Okay. Did we freeze? Hmm. Did my computer freeze? Okay, my computer's not frozen. It's my internet. I'm just okay. So I'm seeing comments popping back up again. Are we back? We're back. Whew. Okay. I was like pulling up Task Manager. I was like, I don't know what to do in this situation. I've never had it actually freeze like that before. Apple Cider Vinegar is a new show on Netflix, and I have no idea what it's about. Just that it's cerebral. That's like the description that I saw. John and I have started watching documentaries again for the first time in a minute. Like we go through phases of that. We'll do it a lot of times when we're in between shows. And we just watched a really interesting one on like how the internet has affected sort of modern politics, basically, called the antisocial network, and it gets into like stuff that I remember happening when it was happening. Like, remember Occupy Wall Street and Anonymous, and like how Anonymous went after the Church of Scientology. Do y'all remember that? But it tracks the different sort of eras as the internet grew up and how it sort of affected modern politics, and it's fascinating and also very, very disconcerting. Ah, I see. Apple cider vinegar is based on a story of a woman who claimed to cure cancer with her diet. But the one about the internet and everything was fascinating for me because I remember I grew up watching a lot of these things happen and not realizing sort of the implications of how it was all going to play out, and also like put growing a business online, and like I've been in the online world for so long that it's wild to just see the cause and effect. Because like I remember in college, I remember saying like, oh, this is going to be something for people to, sociologists and like, for the big wigs, for the doctors to study, like memes and how the transfer of ideas, and yeah, and they did. We're finally really starting to understand like how the internet has shaped us as a society, and it's crazy to behold. It sure has. So basically, the thesis of this particular documentary was about how the anonymous internet, about the ability to be completely anonymous, is like essentially something that human beings are not capable of. Because we could see a similar thing that happened in Japan uh, in 2002. Apparently, they had a similar thing where they had a very similar cause and effect, and it came to the West, and we saw the same things happening over here, and it's many people tried to kind of like put the genie back in the bottle, but it's kind of like it was too late. People really just cannot handle being totally and completely anonymous. It's like we're not designed, we're not, our brains are incapable of like handling that kind of responsibility. Yeah, I'm I generally try to stay fairly neutral on things, but let me suffice it to say I think Scientology is probably hmm, more than it seems. Phew! Phew! Excuse me. I don't think we have any major celebrities on our stream, so I think we're fine on that front though. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Man, I forgot how freaking muscular these bulls are. They are literally beefy, I guess. I was about to say beefy boys, but I mean, yeah. Okay, let's come on down here to our other bowl. Wow, that is perhaps the sharpest I've ever gotten this particular pencil. That is a sharp pencil. Right? Like this thing is practically a weapon at this point. Haha, at this point. Get it? Because it's pointy. Oh, I crack myself up. All right. I'm really liking how these are turning out. Let me just define a few things a little bit more. And then I think we're good to call it a day here. Of course, remembering that we have the How to Draw Moths and Butterflies class starting at 11. Can we do dragonflies sometime? I'm sure we absolutely can. It's just a matter of getting it on the schedule. All right. See you all, or see you, Linda, in class. And if I don't for some reason, then enjoy your weekend. All right. Very cool. I'm really pleased with these. These are definitely outside of my wheelhouse, but they are very fun creatures to draw. They're very muscular. Goodness. They are just nothing but muscles. But I'm really pleased. I think that looks really cool. Even if the proportions are maybe a smidge off. All right. I'm going to go ahead and call it there, everybody. Thank you, as always, for joining me for this sketch session. Again, reminding you that the Moths and Butterflies class is starting at 11 this morning. And just as a reminder for anyone who doesn't have a Foxy membership, just that reminder that on April 1st at midnight, our $2 for 10, no, no, sorry, our 2 months for $10 offer, 2 months for $10 offer is ending on April 1st at midnight. So feel free to go check that out. See what all is brewing over on Foxy, all of our amazing classes. And don't let that one slip by. All right, I'll see you all later. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will catch you soon. Bye.